I feel that at 35-0 with 32 KOs, our WBC, that's the green belt, IBF and WBA Super World Champion Gennady Golovkin doesn't get the respect that I feel he deserves. I'm T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live. I cover every single major fight live. And the news going around is that if Chris Eubank Jr. wins this upcoming weekend, right now it's June the 19th, 2016. On June the 25th, 2016, he's going to be fighting a fighter by the name of Tom Doran. And if he wins that, he's supposed to be, or heavily rumored to be, fighting Gennady Golovkin in September, whether it's in the UK or in the United States. From my understanding, from what I'm hearing, is that it's likely going to be in the UK. Chris Eubank Jr. will be, in my opinion, the best opponent that Golovkin has faced, but he's not a well-known name in the United States. So to a lot of American YouTube reporters, they're going to try to clown his name like he's just some bum, like he's not shit. But he actually does have some skill, but will he beat Golovkin? No. Now, here's another thing. Golovkin is one belt, the WBO belt, which Billy Joe Saunders of the UK holds, one belt away from being the undisputed champion of the world. That is history. The last undisputed champion was Jermaine Taylor when he beat Bernard Hopkins. History. So fans keep saying, well, he should have fought Andre Ward. And it's like that fight, as of right now, that fight is dead. Why? Because Andre Ward is contractually obligated 2 weight divisions above at 175 to fight Sergey Kovalev November the 19th, 2016 in the T-Mobile Arena on HBO pay-per-view. Of course, not official yet, but that's what it's supposed to be. So fans say, well, why didn't he take the Ward fight? That was 2 years ago. Listen, man, listen. How can you keep demanding a fighter who's not even in the weight division above anymore, but 2 weight divisions above? Now, people say shit like, well, Andre Ward can still fight at 168. Andre Ward has stated, and somebody said, well, prove it. And I've proved it. I've posted the interview. I've shared it, where he stated that he has trouble or that he can't make 168 pounds comfortably anymore. He's fighting at 175, but yet detractors want to say, well, he should have fought Andre Ward. But that was in the past. What about now? Even when it comes to 168 pounds, I feel that even though it would be difficult, I feel he can beat James DeGale. I feel he can beat Badu Jack. I feel he can beat Felix Sturm, whatever's going on with that situation. I feel he can beat WBO, that's Ramirez. IBF, James DeGale. WBC is Badu Jack. Yeah, I feel he can beat those guys. Caleb Smith may cause some problems, but we just don't know about him yet because he's technically still a prospect. But when it comes to 175, he's not there yet. And also, when it comes to boxing, it's about money. You think that, honestly, that Rock Nation would make the promotional outfit of Andre Ward, you think they would make him go to 168 to fight Golovkin, and when the money is not really there with Golovkin? That's one of the reasons why Canelo's not fighting him. It's because of the money situation. Golovkin just doesn't bring in the money for guys to risk losing against. For example, Andre Ward didn't bring the money in that Golovkin was willing to risk losing for at the time. But those days are over, so I wonder why people keep bringing it up. Now, when it comes to Iris Lindy Lara, I would love to see Iris Lindy Lara fight Gennady Golovkin, but what Iris Lindy Lara has to do is he has to tell his team. I want Golovkin. Not call him out, all fucking soft like in post-fight interviews. You showed up at Canelo shit. Even though you was in the back with your Miami Vice suit on, you showed up and cautiously called out Canelo. Why not call out Golovkin? Why don't fighters say, I want him next? That's one of the reasons why people say Muhammad Ali was so great. I had to throw that in there. Because he would literally call you to fuck. Where's that at? Where's that at? I would love to see the fight. But if it's Chris Eubank Jr., I can understand where Eddie Hearn is coming from. Because Eddie Hearn is thinking, cha-ching, that's 3 belts. So right now, the UK has 13, 14 belts. That would make 17 right there. And that would make one fighter have 3 of them. I understand what he's thinking. And if I'm Chris Eubank Jr., I would want those 3. Golovkin has 3 belts. If you're fighting at 160 pounds, you gotta go through him unless you fight Billy Joe Saunders. Do you know how big Saunders versus Eubank 2 would be if Eubank beats Golovkin and has those 3 titles? That would make Wembley over there in the UK. That would make Eddie Hearn and Box Nation and Sky Sports work together just like HBO and Showtime. Only over there though. Only over there though. But the point I'm trying to make is, when it comes to fighters at 160 pounds, you've witnessed that Canelo helped another fighter become closer to being an undisputed champion. He said, here, we don't fuck around in Mexico. You know, that's what he said at the post-fight interview with Khan. We don't fuck around. You know, you don't fuck around. When they ask you for the belt, you give it back to him. Gave the belt to Golovkin, gave it to him. That's basically what he did. Gave it to him. And you're wondering why Golovkin can't get big fights. When it comes to 160 pounds, name one fighter that's been calling him out, that wants to fight him. Name one. Name one. It's not, man. It's not. So, what is that, man? Listen, I forgot to throw the trash out. So, it's like grapefruit and shit all in the trash can. And it's like fucking fruit flies and shit, but that shit's over there now. They keep fucking with me. But anyway, when it comes to Danny Jacobs is supposed to be fighting Sergio Mora. You know, and it's not even happening on the Frampton versus Santa Cruz undercard. It's happening, you know, some old other time. So when it comes to 160 pounds, even Billy Joe Saunders don't want no parts. Billy Joe Saunders don't want no parts. Billy Joe Saunders is one of my favorite fighters. But Billy Joe Saunders has said on numerous occasions before he won the title that he don't feel he's ready for Golovkin. So where does Golovkin go? You're saying that, oh, he should move up to fight Gilberto Ramirez. Well, when it comes to the WBO's got these weird-ass fucking rules that if you are a WBO champion, you can't be a champion in another weight class. Oh, they got some old fucked up type of rules. So basically, the point I'm trying to make is, from my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, if Golovkin was to move up to fight Gilberto Ramirez, he would have to relinquish his WBC, IBF, and WBA Super World titles at 160 pounds. Now, look at the future. Think about the future. If Golovkin stays at 160 pounds, guys like Julian Williams, Charlos would have to move up to fight him. And if a guy like Peter Quillen stays at 160, you know, would have to move up to fight him. So even if big fights are not there right now for Golovkin, imagine if he stays at 160 pounds, especially since we're in this social media age where boxing fans are a lot more educated. And when it comes to the sanctioning bodies like the WBC, IBF, WBO, and eventually the WBA will eventually understand that fans will call you out on your bullshit. So there's going to be mandatories in line for Golovkin, and the way he's looking at it, it's like, if you're at 160 pounds, you got to fight me. So I just don't understand like why he's getting all this like super hate. And when these people who are giving him the super hate, they understand that it's like, yo, you're boxing fans. You understand how the politics work. For example, what happened to the time where fans didn't bring up that Andre Ward was willing to move to 160 for Floyd Mayweather? Remember that? Don't make me pull out that interview. What happened to that shit? So, you know, it is what it is. Now, I don't say or expect that boxing fans or fans of the sport are just going to get along and they should agree. But the point I'm trying to make is, it's like he's one belt away from being undisputed. Even Floyd Mayweather hasn't ever been an undisputed champion. Manny Pacquiao's never been an undisputed champion. Oscar De La Hoya never been an undisputed champion. Muhammad Ali's never been an undisputed champion. So in this day and age, with the political landscape and these different Cold Wars and this network bullshit that be going on, to be an undisputed champion really means something. It is what it is, you know. I'm T-Street Controversy. This is T-Street Controversy Live. If he beats this Doran guy, I've seen him fight twice. Did he fight Spike O'Sullivan? I forgot. I don't want to start confusing myself, but I'm going to do another video. And if he wins, it's looking like he'll be getting Gennady Golovkin. You know, so it's all going to be about if Gennady Golovkin wants to go to the UK. Because, of course, Eddie Hearn's going to be like, well, you know, it has to happen in the UK. It'll be a bigger fight. Why won't he come over here? I say he go over there. He's fought in Monte Carlo. Where else did he fight? He fought somewhere else, like really fucking out of in the blue. Golovkin. And HBO will pick up the fight. So, I'm T-Street Controversy. This is T-Street Controversy Live. I'm back in the swing of things. I'm going to be putting out videos every day this week. And, well, not slowly, but just getting back in the swing of things. Please subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. All the links to my social media are right down below in the description box. And I got to take out the trash. T-Street Controversy, T-Street Controversy Live.